That's the problem with this band. We come to rehearsal at 6 o'clock, and we're still talking at 7. We haven't even started a song yet.
It's the summer of fun on TOV. It's the summer of fun, just watch and see.
On this week's episode of The Summer of Fun, we're sitting down with the Fantasies. This group is set to perform at the historic Fort Steuben for their concert series Thursday, June 6th. We are here, and if you guys want to just introduce yourselves and then your role in the band, let's kick it off.
Hi, my name is Erin Huffman. I'm one of the singers in the Fantasies. I'm really happy to be performing. Looking forward to this Thursday in Steubenville. We got
Sweet. Let's go to Scott.
Yeah, Scotty Hicks, the bass player and also lead singer with the group, founding member of the Fantasies from 1964, if you can believe that. 60 years this band's been together in one form or another.
Bill DeLawless. I am the drummer in the band. Been playing in the Valley for a lot of years. I had to take a few years off because I was in healthcare. I was on call all the time. And now I'm back with the Fantasies, a great band. I'm excited to play again.
And I'm Louis Oso. I play guitar with the band, do some background vocals and some lead every now and then. I'm like Bill and Scotty. I've been playing here probably since 1968, right out of high school. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
So, what comes with all of these years of performing? What does that bring to the stage? And anyone, it's open to anyone.
Well, I don't know. It just, for me, it's always satisfying just to get on the stage, because I never think of anything else other than performing. My mind is always clear when we're performing. And it's the musicians that I've played with from the beginning have all been outstanding. And we're happy to have Erin with us. She's going to be joining us. Well, actually, she just joined us about a month ago, and Bill joined us a few months ago. So we're looking forward to this Thursday, actually.
Yeah. Well, Erin, let's go over to you then and talk about your entrance into this group, one that holds this legacy of so many years. What kind of pressure does that bring, or excitement does it bring to your role?
Well, it's very exciting for me to be working with them. It'll be actually the second time I've worked with Lou in a version of this band, but this is a completely different version besides Lou for me. So it's really cool to be working with him again, and I love the style of music that we do, especially like when we do the stuff like the Motown stuff, the Temptations and the Four Tops and that kind of thing. I'm really looking forward to that, and that's some of my favorite music to play and sing, and so I like that about being with the band.
And to have a band be so successful, we have to talk a little bit about chemistry. There has to be some type of chemistry when you're performing, when you're talking to each other. So can someone pick it up from there? Just talk about what it takes to build the chemistry to be able to have such successful performances.
You want to take that, Scott?
Scott's giggling over there. What is it, Scott? Let us know.
Yeah, we have very good chemistry. Even Erin and Bill are just new to the band. I mean, we still have a great chemistry. Everyone gets along well. I think that's one of the major components. We're able to laugh and have fun at rehearsals and so forth, and still get the job done. And we all have this one, at least in the short term, goal, and that is to hit the fort on Thursday and tear it up there and have a good time.
To say for me, it's going to be a lot of energy just being my first time performing with these guys, with Lou in a while, and with the rest of the band all together. So there's going to be energy there. There's going to be some nervous on my end, but I like
Aaron,
it.
this is your first performance with the band?
With these guys in this version of the band. Yeah, this will be my first time out with them. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So this is a first time for everyone to see
Yeah,
this.
so there's gonna be energy. It'll be a good energy, but a little bit.
Yeah. And then Lou, you were going to say something too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say that we do a variety of music from the 60s all the way to the 80s. We do a little bit of doo-wop. We do top 40. Like Aaron said, we do Temptations, Four Tops, all the Motown stuff. But usually it depends on when we see the crowd out there, and there's different age groups. We try to please everybody, actually, I guess.
Do you guys know the name? Where did it come from? The fantasies? Because it's very interesting. Sometimes I say fantastics and then I switch back to fantasies. But do you know, Scott, where that name came from?
Yeah, a fellow named Bob Powell. He was my mentor in music when I was young. He was a guitar player and lead singer, full singer. Passed away some number of years ago, and he and I started this band back in 1964. And we had a name. I'm not sure exactly how. And I'll tell you something else. I'm really not sure how. We put that apostrophe S on the end of it, and I have,
Yeah.
I,
Scotty, I
I
was wondering
still
if
have no idea. I have no idea why that's there.
I wondered the same thing. I'm so glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, well, it's something. I guess I'm somewhat responsible for that, but I still couldn't tell you why we did it like that.
Thank you for providing an answer at least. I don't know is good enough
Yeah.
for me.
It was initially just a four-piece group. Like I said, Bob Powell and myself, and a fellow by the name of Chris Walker, who's still with us, and he's not with us literally, but he's still around, and another fellow named Tom Matthews, who was the drummer at the time. But I played drums mostly, and back in those days, then we kind of evolved in different forms, from four pieces to six pieces, up to 8 and 10 sometimes. But we did a lot of from those days. Then I quit the band in '88, and then started a different band called Legend, which I had for 21 years. I came back with the Fantasies back in 2017 again. But Louie and another fellow, Joey Buckmelder, who has since passed away, also kept the Fantasies going all these years. And I'm grateful for that the name's still there, and we're still representing that name somehow.
I want to mention one thing, Addison.
Yeah.
John, our keyboard player, he's not available because he's working, but his name is John Candle, and he's also from Weirton. He's played with a lot of bands. He played with a band in Las Vegas for a long time called, actually it was Wham, and then Wham took the name from them from England, so they changed their name to Jam, Jham, and they were, and he was out in Las Vegas for a good while. We were fortunate to get him as a keyboard player because he's really good.
Yeah.
So,
What brought him back to the area?
I think his family. I think he was. He's an engineer
There you go.
by trade, so I think his work brought him back here.
So Wham, like the Wham?
The original Wham was from England, but the local band here was called Wham, and they had their name copyrighted. So Wham from England wanted the name, so they let them have it, but with a price.
Oh, okay. So they just changed a few letters.
Yeah, they changed it to Jam instead of Wham.
Wham. I guess. And it would be really good for a Google search if people were trying to find the English Wham and then just landed upon the Las Vegas Wham.
Yeah. I think
That'd be really nice.
I think it actually does go that way because I've been on that site myself. Yeah.
I haven't done this with any group yet, but I think it would be kind of fun. It's kind of like a who's who game. So if I say, the person who's most likely to wear black to an event, Well, you're all wearing black, so I'm not sure if you'd be able to pick one specific person, but I thought it would be cool to see what you guys would say. So we'll start with, out of everyone, who is most likely to show up to an event first?
Lou,
That have to
Yeah,
be Lou.
Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
Lou?
Louis. It'd be Louis.
no
Are
doubt.
you always an early bird, Lou?
Well, I mean,
I try to get there ahead of everybody else because I usually take care of all the
You're-
business end of the band too. It's funny.
practice is at your house, so you're always first there.
Yeah.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
Good point.
Yeah. He's there when he wakes up. If it's at your
That's
house.
right.
Well, then
That's
who's
right.
second? Who's second to arrive typically?
I would say Bill because he's the drummer and he's got a lot of equipment to set up.
So if you had to pick a band clown, maybe the person that makes everyone laugh the most, who would you say? Oh, I see the thinking caps.
I'd have to say Scotty because he's pretty witty.
Yeah,
Same here.
yeah.
Yeah? Scott,
like
you want to take the
yeah.
crown?
Right.
What do you do, Scott, that
don't
makes
know.
everybody laugh?
Yeah, we're all. What do I do? I don't know. I just say things I get that get to them, and crack them up maybe. But yeah, everybody's got a great sense of humor in the band, the whole band, So everybody kind of shares that honor, not collectively, not just individually. So
Yeah,
we have a
you
good
gotta
time.
you gotta have fun, right?
That's
So
the
what
That's
problem.
right. That's right.
That's the problem with this band. We come to rehearsal at 6:00 and we're still talking at 7. We haven't even started a song yet.
But Aaron, I want to go back to you because you are the newest member of the group. And so people at Fort Steuben, Bill as well, coming back to the stage, but people won't really, they've seen the fantasies, but they haven't seen them with you before. So they might see you and be like, hey, who's this? Let me know more about her. So where are you coming from? What is your history with music and performing, and what brought you to the fantasies?
Well, I mentioned earlier, I've been singing since I was about 2 years old. I started in my church. I guess they just plopped me up on the altar and said, sing, some church songs. So I did that. But I guess it stuck, and I started doing all the talent shows and things like that. Eventually, I met people involved with music and got involved with bands and things like that. I've been in bands of some form or another since 2005, I would say. I started being really serious about the band thing. The fantasies just happened through meeting various people, just networking connections. I met somebody who knew Louis, and then the fantasies needed a female singer. And this was back in about 2000. Louis, do you remember when that was?
Early 2000s, yeah.
It was 2010, maybe something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
But they brought me in to be the female singer of that version of the fantasies as it was then, and it was just Lou from what there is now. So I joined up with that, did the stuff, and then I moved away. I got married and I moved to Cardiff, Wales, and then I moved to Canada, and I did some traveling, and I was gone for about 3 years out of the area. The marriage didn't work out, so I came back. Always good to come back, no matter the circumstances. But so eventually people heard I was back in the area, so I started doing the band thing again. Like, music is just always a part of my life. No matter where I go, I can't escape it. People hear that I'm back, and so they asked me, can you fill in, join this, do that? So yeah, I was happy when the opportunity came back up to work with Louis again in this version of the fantasies. Yeah, I jumped right on that. I was happy to.
Aaron, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. And it's great to have you back. I bet people are excited to see you perform, to have you back. And then, Louis, I'm going to throw it over to you because we didn't really get to hear about your background. You've performed, like you said, with multiple different groups, but it seems like you're always performing.
I quit back in the 90s, and I just happened to be at a wedding, and the fantasies were actually playing. The original group of 8 people. So they saw me. They came over and asked me. They said, "Are you playing?" I said, "No." I said, "I kind of gave it up." And they said, "Oh wow, you think you'll ever get back into it?" And I said, "Maybe. I don't know why." And he said, "Well, we're going to regroup after the first of the year, and we'd like to have you as a guitar player." So from there,
Wow.
I started playing with them, and I've been with like Aaron said, different variations of the chemistries up until now, and I'm the only guy left from when I started with them.
Today's been great too because I used to play at a club over there in Cardiff. No, I'm just kidding.
Scott, you're late to the call. You're cracking jokes.
There he goes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
my really though, honestly, my family on my dad's side, they're all. So that's I need to talk to you about this stuff,
We
Aaron.
will. We'll have a conversation.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. It's funny that you crack all the jokes and you're also the one who was the judge. Making sure that everything is.
Well, that's how you survive in that business.
Yeah, by cracking jokes.
right.
Well, thank you guys so much. And any last words for people who should come out to the fort and see you guys perform? People are going to be there who've seen you before, like I said, but this is an all new band. So, any final words for those who are still on the edge of coming out?
Come on out. I don't know what else to say. It's going to be a good time. It's good to get out, get the fresh air, get the sense of community, see your friends, see your family, see some music. If you like it, great. You'll have a good time. If you don't like it, you'll have maybe funny stories to tell your friends afterwards. But either way, come, show up, have a good time, see what happens.
Guys,
right.
anything?
No, just come on out. We'll have fun.
It's going to be a beautiful night.
Yeah,
Pray for
that's
no
right.
rain.
Any of our old friends that have fallen. If you're there, make sure you come up to the stage and let us know that you're there, so we can say hello and shout you out.
Exactly.
And that'll do it for this edition of the Summer of Fun. Again, that was the Fantasies, who you can see at the historic Fort Steuben this Thursday, June 6th. For more events in the Ohio Valley, make sure you visit our website, WTOV9.com, and thanks for tuning in to the Summer of Fun.